welcome to Music with Purpose. I'm Robbie. I'll be your host. Right now, it pleases me to present Coconuts.
In the first week of the diet, I was eating lots of fish and meat. I said this ain't so bad, but it's all I've had. I wish that I could taste something sweet. By the second week, I really started to freak. I was going out of my head. It was no more fun, and if I had a gun, I would have killed for a slice of bread. You see, I've been on a diet with no carbs and no grain. I've been finding it hard to explain how Dr. Atkins could really mess with my brain. There's a missing link in my comfort food chain. Pa 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 pasta. I want some pa 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 pa. I want some pa pasta. By the last week of the diet, I was looking pretty lean and mean, but I needed a fix, so I licked a picture of a Twinkie in a magazine. You see, I've been on a diet with no carbs and no grain. I've been finding it hard to explain how Dr. Atkins could really drive me insane. There's a missing link in my comfort food chain. Pa 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 pasta. I want some pa 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 pa. Want some pa pasta.
Hey guys, thanks for that song, and welcome to
No
Music
problem.
with Purpose.
Thank you.
Dan LaRosa, John Swanson, Paul Bongiovanni. You go by different names on stage, of course, and we'll get to that. But I want to say you've been a band for 40 years.
40 years together, the three of us, absolutely.
Okay,
Fun.
so you got in the garage originally just to knock around with your instruments?
It was originally in Dan's basement, in
his
in
basement.
his mom's house,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
with
Okay.
a piano and a cigar.
But anyway, you started out probably as all bands do when you're young, and you're playing other people's music. You picked out what songs you like the best, the bands you like the best, and you're going to cover some of those. Did you have ideas right away that you're going to go out and play them, or you're just doing it for your own enjoyment?
Oh, they came about by accident. For us, we really just got together to kind of, like everybody else, just to play and have fun. Somebody invited us to play at a party, and someone at the party said, come and play at my brother's bar or somebody's bar. I think it was Dominic's in Meriden at that time. And we started, had no idea what we were going to do with it. And then one thing led to another, and by accident or design, we've been doing it for 40 years.
Okay, so you started out as a regular old cover band.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the comedy part started because John and a friend of his wrote a comedy song, and we performed that comedy song in our very first gig. And that song, on top of all the other covers that we did, seemed to get some of the best response.
Yeah.
Because he would dance around with a Ronald McDonald doll
Yeah.
to the tune of O'Donna, and it was Old McDonald, and that was his girlfriend, and he would do.
Well,
very,
don't talk about that. Hey, what the heck?
Okay, so that started the parody stuff,
Yeah.
or the comedy.
Yeah.
And rather quickly, you became Comedy Rocks.
That was pretty amazing because one night we were playing at a club and I broke a string on my guitar. We didn't want to really have dead air. So John, who's also an actor, did a little thing about how they used to do transformations, monsters, I guess it was, Jack?
Yeah, I just did some monster transformations and my monster impressions for the
A
audience.
couple of weeks later, when we came back to the same club, no, actually a couple of months later, this kid said, do the monsters you did last time. I brought my girlfriend to see it. And we had no idea what he was talking about. And then he kept saying, you know, that thing you did. So we did it. And that night, going home in the van, we kind of figured out they didn't ask for the songs we play. They wanted to see more comedy. So we started trying to do more and more. And eventually we started writing comedy songs and parodies and picking up bits and pieces. And that's sort of what made us unique, is that we were a little bit different. A little bit of comedy, a little bit of show, and a lot of audience participation. That's still our trademark.
And it opened up a lot of different rooms.
It did.
You have to realize, right? Because you weren't
And
a
closed
straight
a lot
ahead-
of others.
Probably. But you weren't a straight ahead rock band, so
No,
now you
right.
get to play in rooms where the audience would be perhaps different ages and you're playing at different times of the day.
Yep.
No drums, no electric guitars, no keyboards. It was a bass guitar
And Dan's
Dan's acoustic guitar, and John's vocals and his harmonica. So we needed to make up for that difference versus all the other bands that were out there that were blasting away with electrics, and the comedy helped us do that.
And when you first started out, it was the 18-year-old drinking age too, so there
Yeah.
were bands playing probably 7 nights a week all around. You know, you all have careers obviously outside of music because 40 years as a band
Yeah.
you're not in it for the money. But Dan, you're a hypnotist.
Yeah.
John, you're still an artist, right?
Artist, actor.
Artist,
Singer.
actor. Paul.
I'm a director of business development for a company here in Connecticut.
So you're all doing that, but still going out and playing at night or and stuff like that. But you're because you're doing it for the love.
Yeah.
So your purpose in the music is really because you want to get out there and make people laugh and enjoy themselves, and you're doing the same thing because you're really doing it for yourself, and you're lucky that other people are enjoying it along with you.
We used to, back in the day, do a lot of fundraisers, donate our time for causes, and we were very intrigued with the idea that maybe we could make a difference for folks as well as for ourselves. It's
Yeah.
kind of a two-way
You
street.
put out a couple of records too.
Yep.
You know, I know that your latest one is the Lower Your Standards.
Yes.
And then the one before that, you had an actual vinyl
Yes.
record at one time.
Yep.
It's in my collection.
Women
and
and
I have to-
Coconuts first.
Women and Coconuts.
We translate better as a live act than
I think so too.
than
The
a studio
feeling that
act,
comes
yeah.
about.
Well, the first album was a studio album, but it was a studio album with a live audience.
With a live
Right.
audience.
live
exactly.
audience, yeah.
Much like this.
Just like this.
Just like this. So, what is your plan like for playing now? You just play when you want to? You don't have a booking agent. Obviously, Dan, you do the business.
I do. We were just talking about that. You know, we're in a position now that we can go out and play more often. And so we're going to start looking at more and more places, maybe go a little bit further out away from the central Connecticut area. And the big thing for us is we rehearse once a week. We have a great time playing. We laugh. We enjoy that type of stuff. But it really is so much fun when there's some feedback coming at you. And we never know what's going to happen because we'll change a lot of things based on who's there and what's going on.
Why don't you tell the watchers now about your guest that you had recently, a most famous person, and you were playing in a large room for you, probably with more people in the room than you normally play for at the Meriden Daffodil Festival under the food tent. And by happenstance, who comes through the crowd? Dan?
Well, first, we have to acknowledge your role, Robbie, in making the Daffodil Festival one of the really premier New England festivals of music. This guy right here, give it up for him. You were terrific. So, Paul actually had an accident and wasn't with us. And so John and I were playing, and who comes walking in but Gary Burr, our friend, and his lovely wife, Georgia Middleman. And we're like shocked that they were even there. Then they ended up being on stage, and we did Gary's first hit, I think, which was "Love's Been a Little Bit Hard on Me,"
Yep.
Written right in Meriden.
written right in Meriden. He's so loyal to our town, and the fact that you produce shows when he comes, it's all a family thing. It's so beautiful. We were thrilled. It was wonderful. And the worst part about it, nobody had video of it. So the only people that know were either there or people we've told, and like yourself.
There were some photos printed, but no
couple,
video.
yeah, but-
Yes, it would have been nice to have the
Oh,
song
man.
itself. But Gary does do things like that, and I knew he was going to show up because he said he was going to try to go to the Daffodil Festival, and so it was like in the cards. But if I had told you in advance, and you would have been waiting for him, see, right? And if he didn't show up,
Yeah.
you would have been mad at me. But the way so you have famous fans.
Yeah.
And you have fans that are your friends for your whole life because
Yeah.
you just recently, did you not play your class reunion?
That's coming up actually, and we're going to do a little bit here and there for our class. But we have done that. Many of them have come out to see our show. John and I graduated together, and so it's really a thrill to go back because back in high school we were kind of dorky guys.
Speak
And-
for yourself.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
John was an actor back in high school and has since gone on to do a lot of main things, lead actor in many, many plays. So we kind of tie into his acting ability for some of our skits. And back then we were very, I would have to say, politically incorrect. People would say, you can't make that kind of comedy. I'm not going to go into what it is, but it wasn't ever done maliciously. It was done as fun, but most people really got it. Even the people we might have teased or kidded around with said, you know what? Once I understood what you guys were doing, I loved what you did. It was awesome.
We were equal opportunity offenders.
Yeah.
You offend you make fun of
It always
yourself.
started with ourselves.
You make
Always,
fun of
yeah.
yourself
Always.
in
Exactly.
many situations,
Right.
and a lot of your parody songs are about yourselves. But before we wrap it up, you go by stage names. I gave your real names already. Paul, Salmonella. How did it
Salmonella.
happen?
He got sick.
It's I'm a first generation American. My whole family is from Sicily. My mother didn't know that Salvatore Monella is a disease, because in my town where we come from, Salvatore, Antonino, Paolo, Giovanni, those are all the most popular names. So Salmonella was a good fit. She just didn't understand what it meant in English.
Johnny Eagle.
I'm really an American Indian.
You could tell by his
You
complexion.
can tell by my complexion and my
You have pale
my
face.
classic Roman nose. But it just, we were advised by a fellow musician who had been in the business that we should have stage names and stage personas. And for myself, I didn't feel comfortable being, like having somebody call me a different name,
Like a disease.
like a disease, or like a Firesign Theater character. But so Johnny was okay, and then I thought, because I've got the the bald eagle kind of a hairstyle, that eagle was good. But then
You took out the B.
I never put the B in. You wanted to put the B
I wanted
in.
to be in there too.
B
We
was
liked it.
not to be. No B. It was just Johnny Eagle. And then I saw this terrible horror film, and there was an American Indian character in this horror movie, and there were creatures from this swamp, and Johnny
What was his
Eagle,
name?
Johnny Eagle,
Johnny Eagle.
and he was the one who saved the day. So that was good.
That was good. Okay, we're done. Oh no, wait, Dan.
Joe Beats.
Joe Beats.
Like Johnny said, it came from Firesign Theater.
Firesign Theater.
I really didn't know the character, but a friend of ours who co-writes a lot of the songs that we do, he said, Joe Beats, shoes for America, shoes for industry, something
Shoes
like
for
that.
the dead.
defense.
Shoes
Shoes for the dead.
yeah.
Yes.
And I like the name Joe Beats because I try to keep the beat going, and
Okay, there
that's
you go.
how it came about.
Well, thanks a lot for talking with me today.
Thanks.
Well,
And,
thanks for
uh,
talking to us, Robbie.
Could you play a few more tunes?
Oh, we'd love
Absolutely.
to. Yes.
They're nice people out here. These are nice people.
Hopped in my truck, drove down the road, heading for the bright lights and the pot of gold. There's gotta be something there waiting just for me. Stop for a drink, what do you think? A big blonde woman asked me for a ride. I said, come on along. We drove to the city lights, and the sign said, welcome to Hollywood. All the girls look mighty good, and they're looking for a handsome man, big and strong like you. Welcome to Hollywood. All the girls look mighty good, but if you're a country boy, you better watch out for the things they do. We got a room at the hotel, went to a nightclub where the drinks were swell. I had too much to drink, so my lady friend and I staggered out. Back in the room, I fell asleep. When I woke up, all my clothes were gone, along with my wallet, my guitar, and my truck keys too. And the sign said, welcome to Hollywood. All the girls look mighty good, and they're looking for a handsome man, big and strong like you. Welcome to Hollywood. All the girls look mighty good, but if you're a country boy, you better watch out for the things they do. were swell, I had too much to drink. My lady friend and I staggered out. Back in the room, I fell asleep. When I woke up, all my clothes were gone, along with my wallet, my guitar, and my truck keys too. And the sign said, "Welcome to Hollywood. All the girls look mighty good, and they're looking for a handsome man, big and strong like you. Welcome to Hollywood. All the girls look mighty good, but if you're a country boy, you better watch out for the things they do." I said, if you're a country boy, you better watch out for the things they do.
Welcome to Hollywood. So we often wonder about the older rock stars, and here's a guy who we think his expiration date should have happened years ago, but he's so darn good. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mick Jagger.
Holding it so long that I think there's something wrong with my lower lip. What do you want? I'm Mick Jagger. Yeah. You know, I was on the bus going to the senior center the other day. Stuck my head out the window. Almost died from liplash. Ah! I'm just kidding about that. But I'm not kidding about this. Over 70 and I've got an aching back. My doctor points to increased risk of heart attack. My eyesight's getting worse and none of my pants fit. I had to give the nurse a sample of my stool. I shop at Walmart wearing slippers made of flannel. My favorite rock bands only play the History Channel. My denture's slipping and my memory's for the birds. I just sing na-na when I can't think of the words. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. I can't think of the words. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Somebody help me. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Oh, those are the words. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Your turn. Yeah, rock and roll! Never get your letters every day, but I feel much better every day, and I won't be home tonight. The moon will shine with you. Seeing things much clearer every day, holding you much dearer every day. And I won't be home tonight, the moon will shine with you. And I won't be home tonight, the moon will shine with you. Every day is much the same, and every day I touch your name. Though I can't recall what I said to you at all, I'm accepting all the blame. Yes, I'm accepting all the blame. And I won't be home tonight, the moon will shine with you. Tea and cake each morning, every day, every day. Wheels are slowly turning, every day, every day. And I won't be home tonight, the moon will shine with you. And I won't be home tonight, the moon will shine with you. Every day, every day, every day. It's every day, every day, every day. Every day, every day, every day. Every day, every day. Good night, good night. It's almost time to close this place. Good night, good night. It's been great to see your face. Get home safe. Have a great tomorrow. And good night, good night for now. Good night, good night. We finally made it to the end. Good night, good night. We want to thank you once again. You're the best. Get some rest tomorrow. And good night, good night for now. But get home safe. Have a great tomorrow. And good night for now. Yeah, good night for now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Give it up for the Coconuts.
Thanks, Robbie.
Robbie! Good job, boys. Nice job. All right. Clear?